In this video, I would like to explain SOH CAH TOA, trigonometry. Many students find this difficult. Let's make it easy. To do that, let's assume we have an angle here. Let's call it X. The first thing you need to know is trigonometry works only for right angle triangle. If it's not, then we can't do it. Another thing is, we look at all these sides. We have three sides in the triangle. We look at all these from the perspective of X. So, one thing you need to know is the side opposite to the right angle is always the hypotenuse. It's the longest side. That's a good thing. Now, the side that is part of this angle itself, which is this side, is called the adjacent. So this is A, adjacent. And the side that is opposite to the right, to X, is called opposite. So we need to know these: opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. It's very important to do SOH CAH TOA. Now, let's do some question. Let's do this triangle. If I do have this angle up here, let's call it Y. Which one is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is opposite to the right angle, so this is H. Now, which one is opposite to Y? This. So this side is O. And which one is adjacent? Adjacent is which is part of the angle itself. So this side is adjacent. If you know this is more than half of SOH CAH TOA. Now it's your turn. X is here, and this is A, B, C. In the comments, tell me which side is the adjacent, which side is the opposite, and which side is the hypotenuse. Now let's go to the next step on SOH CAH TOA. So the name is SOH CAH TOA. Have you noticed it's just 3 letters in each one of them? So what you need to know now is we need to write them like this: SOH CAH TOA. Why do I need to write them like that? To make the triangle. The triangle helps a lot. Now let's do this nice triangle. In all of them. Now, S is sine, K is cosine, and T is tan. That's very good. Now let's assume we have a triangle like this. This is X here, and let's say X is 25 degrees. It's an angle, so it's degrees. And let's say this is 4 centimeters. And the question asks you to find X, which is this side here. We will first need to know, will we use SOH, CAH, or TOA? How do I know? It depends on what I have. So I have this side, which is adjacent to this angle. So I have A. And they ask me to find this angle, which is this side, which is opposite to the angle. So I need O. So I have A and I want O. Which one of these 3 rules, 3 triangles, has O and A? It's this one. So we will use this. For now, we don't want to do it. I just want you to understand which rule to use. So let's look at this triangle. So we're looking for X, which is opposite. So we're looking for this O here. Between these tan and A, there is multiplication, and here it's division. You know that, right? So if you want O, you will do tan times A. So the opposite, which is x, is equal to tan. From now on, tan, cosine, and sine, they come with an angle. So if you write tan, you need to write some angle here. So it's 25. So it's tan 25 times A, the adjacent is 4. And we got it. Just plug this in your calculator and you get the value of the opposite. Let's do another example. If I have this very nice triangle here, I have this angle to be 30, for example, and I have this to be 9, and I want to find x, which is here. So how do we do that? The first thing is, let's identify these sides. This side is part of the angle 30 itself, so this is the adjacent. And this side here is opposite to the right angle. It's the longest, so this is h. Now we have A and h. Which rule, which triangle should we use? Let's look at that. A and h is here. A and h. So it's this triangle. So it's this triangle. So it's cosine, and then A here and h here, right? So what are we looking for is A, which is up there. So we're looking for this, and we know there is a multiplication sign here. So if you want A, which is exactly x, we will multiply these. So you write cosine, the angle, which is 30, cosine, sine, tan, they always come with the angle, times h, which is 9. You just plug this in your calculator and you get the answer. Now, let's have another example. If you want to find the angle, or let's say this is 13 and this is 60 and this is right angle, and you want, nope, let me just fix it. I want it to be a little bit different. So this is x now, and this is 5, and you want x. The first thing is, we need to know what we have. So this side is obviously part of 60, part of the angle itself, so this is adjacent. And this side is opposite to the right angle, so this is the hypotenuse. So which rule has A and H? It's CAH, right? So let's draw the nice triangle here. It's CAH, so it's cosine, and then adjacent and hypotenuse. So what are we looking for now? Is H. H is down here. So we know now there is a division here. I told you that earlier. So if you want H, just hide it with your finger. So this is H, let's hide it. H is A divided by cosine. So H is equal to the adjacent divided by the cosine. Cosine comes with an angle, which is 60. So A is given, we know what's A. It's 5, isn't it? So it's just 5 divided by cosine 60. Plug this in your calculator and you get the answer. How easy. Final question. If we want an angle, what do we do? Now if this is x here, and this is 5, and this is 9. So first, you need to know what's this. From the perspective of x, this is opposite to x, isn't it? Because it's just in front of it like that. And from this right angle, this is the opposite to the right angle. Opposite to the right angle is hypotenuse. So now, which one has O and H? Let's write them. SOH CAH TOA. O and H are here. So it's so let's write the triangle. I always prefer to do the triangle. So sine, opposite, hypotenuse, right? So what are we looking for? We are looking for an angle now. So let's hide it. If you hide the angle, let's shade around it. so it's division here. So we should do O divided by H. Since it's an angle, from now on, if you are looking for an angle, you will use sine inverse, cosine inverse, or tan inverse. So it's sine inverse O over H. That's good. So it's sine inverse. Now we know what's O and we know what's H. O is 5, H is 9. Grab your calculator and write this in the calculator, and that's it. If you don't know how to write sine inverse, press shift in Casio 9991, press shift and then sine. That gives you sine inverse. If you want cosine inverse, you'll just press shift first and then press cosine, and shift plus tan gives you tan inverse. And that's it for SOH CAH TOA. It's just that. I'll upload another video with real examples and we will do it. Thank you for following. Bye.